And let's
Top
get
5
into
dead or
some
alive,
Joell.
baby.
L'Orange.
So Larange is the producer. He's the other half of Marlo.
Marlo, okay.
Yeah, who I've sent a few through a while back.
Thank you for the backstory. I appreciate that.
Yeah, me too.
Let's go, Joell. What you bringing?
I wake up feeling different, back stiffing, joints cracking, snapping. I mean, listen. Some days I don't want to get out my bed at all. It got me on a statin. I'm rapping with high cholesterol. Fuck bitches on the edge of the bed and fall off, then keep fucking on the floor, but not anymore. Nowadays, just the smell of Henny in my head is sore. A night out is dinner with the wife and Pinot Noir.
Oh man,
got a
I
nice
love
little
that.
crib out in Jersey. I'm in the burbs, no more roaches, deers and birds. Sitting in my backyard while I write this shit. Pool cover over the water till it get nice and shit. Thinking about them project nights, I'd ignite the fifth. Now I got the Glock 48 that I fire legit. Think twice before you run up with that okey doke. Cause my wife got the SID, case you want the smoke. I remember when home was looking through the peephole, hoping the police don't kick in my door, reach for they weapon and use lethal, force on me and my people. Now I'm in Home Depot looking for a gazebo. I was in them streets like Rico, but the boy from Puerto Rico ain't get caught up in the Rico. It was OD package anytime I moved the diesel. Now it's OG status, new ways to move the needle. A young one in the slums, where you ain't supposed to live beyond 21. They look at us as just numbers, on our way to being 6 feet under. But every now and then one of us escapes and gets to live a life from outside the gates. God had big plans for little old me. Salute those who get to be an OG. I buried friends when they was little kids, too young to fully comprehend just what living is. Where I'm from, we celebrate those who did a bid. Stripes get earned when fire burns and you split a wig. We ain't born evil, just is what it is. When there's nothing in the fridge, just stick to your ribs. I remember my clique sitting in the crib, drawing straws to do sticks and get bricks like 3 little pigs. Some would call that surviving, but hey, if one of those went wrong, I ain't rhyming today. I don't get to save somebody else that's finding their way out that place you never get to live, but you dying to stay. This Azad on my wrist is tough. I wear it over the scar where my wrist was cuffed. All my real niggas, listen up. You'll always love your hood, but when you leave, you won't miss it much. A young one in the slums, where you ain't supposed to live beyond 21. They look at us as just numbers, on our way to being 6 feet under. But every now and then one of us escapes and gets to live a life from outside the gates. God had big plans for little old me. Salute those who get to be an OG.
Oh, totally, man. Because imagine for every OG, like someone who made it in hip hop, imagine how many are that didn't. You know, and live the struggle that he described there. It's kind of cool how we contrasted such a chill beat. Like, I mean, I realize the beat is kind of dark, but it's very laid back. You know, like it's kind of like it's just very chill. I could see someone, you know, writing a song about life over that. Not so. I mean, I guess that was a tune about life.
But yeah, I think that beat has that same kind of hard contrast that the verses do.
Yeah, exactly. Right, it blended really well together. I love his voice. I'm pretty new to Joell Ortiz, like maybe within the last 5 or 6 months, I'd say. And I really like how crispy his voice is, dude. He has a baritone voice, but it's so crispy and so, like, my voice kind of has natural reverb. Like, it's really hard to make my voice sound tight. It always sounds airy and like in a room full of tin. I can't help it. It's just the way my vocal cords are. He has like a production voice. You know, he is like a very, very. If I was recording his album, I would fucking love if he walked into the studio and got me to record him, because he'd be fucking easy to record because his voice is so fucking perfect. His bass levels, everything. So there's no high end. There's no raspy notes coming out of his vocal cords. It is fucking pure bass and pure fucking thick, clean crispiness. I'm gonna give that, dude. That's bordering a 10, but I don't think I'm ready for a 10 yet. I'm gonna say 9.5 though. 9.5 for that. Ignacio, what are you saying?
I drifted off halfway through the track. He couldn't keep me.
No shit.
It. Yeah.
Really? That's surprising. I was fucking zoned in.
The beat, I don't know, man. The beat, it didn't really do it for me. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but like, I don't know. For me, it didn't keep me engaged. It didn't keep me going. The bars were dope. I caught quite a bit of dope ass bars. And I agree with you on his voice, 100%. I think he's got a great voice.
Yeah. Let me ask you something. What did you think about when you drifted off?
That's a good question.
I started thinking about disc golf.
Disc golf. So it made you think about something you love, dude. So you didn't hate what you thought about, at least.
Oh no!
Killing a cat or
that's not. Well, I don't think about killing cats on a regular basis anyway. So why would that? It wouldn't pop into my head.
Well, good. That's good. That's a
Parakeets.
You should be happy. You should be proud
Kills
about that.
parakeets.
Jeez.
Okay, Presto. What are you saying?
Birdie
By the
is
way,
Terrible.
I figured we'd keep the reaction cycle from oldest to newest. So it goes Ignacio, and it's in clockwise order right now. Ignacio, Presto, then Chuck's been around. You've been around for about 3 or 4 years now, eh, Presto? I would imagine. Ignacio 5 or 6, Chuck 2 or 3. Joe is fresh to the channel. Well, I like Joe as an anchor, dude. You know what? You don't know why? Joe's like the funniest out of all of us, I think. He's got the best fucking punchlines. It's like I save him as a conclusion, you know.
Oh.
So hey, what's that?
By the way, 7.75.
7.75. Okay, so not terrible, dude. That's still a pretty good score for you.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, Presto, what are you saying?
I like the track.
Sorry. Well, dude, it's my new thing. I can't help it. What am I supposed to do?
You literally can't help it.
I'm not going to.
You are choosing to not, and that's fine.
Sorry, Preston.
But let's not pretend you
all
can't.
Okay, I'll stop choosing to do it.
So I like the track. I'll give it an 8.5. I can't really say nothing bad about it. Only thing I could say is maybe, it was a little lackluster. I think he could have did more with it, actually.
Yeah.
I really like the beat. I think that's why I say he could do more with it, you know.
When you say more,
that was there, but everything that was there was really nice. It was just a little lackluster. Like I kind of understand where Ignacio's coming from, but it didn't make me like zone off too bad. It was a little lackluster at parts.
Right.
But I love the beat though.
So and when you say he could have done more, like, do you think he like more aggression, more like louder, more yelling, or what are you thinking?
Again, I can't really say. It's just that
It's hard to put into.
At parts, it was a little lackluster for me. That's all.
Right.
It wasn't bad at all, though.
Right.
I'd listen to it again for sure.
Fucking A. I got to put a poll
8.5.
up. 8.5. Let's get the poll up right now. The cool thing is about my life just got easier, dude, because YouTube now lets you make a poll without saying anything. It'd just be a yes or no poll. So I literally do 2 clicks and the poll starts. That saves my life. You guys don't know, but that's fucking great. Those 2 clicks, I'll tell you. Chuck, what are you saying?
So I mean, I like it. I picked it, obviously. I appreciate a good storytelling, and and that doesn't happen as often as I'd like to hear, you know, and so I did really like that part of it. The beat took me a couple of listens to grow on me, and eventually it did, because I usually don't like the kind of hard dissonance, but I eventually, like, I don't know, I dug it. So 8 for me. I like it.
Right on, bro. What are you saying, Joe?
Oh man, great selection, Chuck. It's crazy, especially with somebody like me who's been listening to hip hop since the very beginning of hip hop. You know what I mean? And there's not a whole lot of stuff that I haven't heard, but I actually have not heard that Joell Ortiz track. So that was a treat for me. You know what I mean? So thank you for your selection. That shit was fire to me. I thought
it was brand new.
Was nice, and it was grimy. You know what I mean? Just like I would rap on a beat like that all day long. And his lyrics is on point, like they always are. So I'm giving it a 9. Right
on. But now, so great selection. I mean, me and Ignacio grew up in high school. Like, of course, it was like Biggie and Tupac and Eminem and all those guys. Eminem a little later than that, but they were big in high school. Eminem towards the end of high school. But when you were in high school, was more like, EPMD and Public Enemy and shit like that.
LL Cool J.
Who was really LL Cool J? Okay.
Just Ice.
Okay.
Dougie Fresh. The Cellar Dwellers. I mean, I can go on. Eric B and Rakim was like at the height of their popularity.
Yeah. I think that's who I would have been into if I was 10 years older, is Eric B. and Rakim. When
See,
I was growing up.
I didn't do the whole Tupac and Biggie thing though. Like I gave them,
That's
I
where
mean,
I started.
they get credit for what they do, and so I would never take away
Totally, of course.
their influence on what they did, but that I didn't find myself be like, oh, I gotta go listen to Tupac right now. I gotta go listen to Big, and like I listened
Well,
to
now that we're up in years,
Blackalicious and Wu Tang and
Blackalicious
Sons of Man, and I listen to a bunch of different stuff other than that.
Schoolie D was that artist
course.
that when I heard Schoolie D, I was like, I gotta listen to that right now. He was one of those Nas was one of those artists.
Nas, yes,
came out with New York State of Mind. Oh my God, I lost my mind.
Nas, yeah,
no shit.
yeah.
Probably lost
one of my
a few
favorite,
days.
one of my favorite, probably like before my time, rappers is Kane, Big Daddy Kane for sure.
Big Daddy.
Oh
Kane.
yeah,
Yeah,
It's actually
Kane-
one of
Kane was-
Necro's favorite rappers. Yeah.
yeah.
the monster.
So
Kane's a monster.
I did not really start paying attention and listening to hip hop until probably maybe 16, 17 years ago.
Oh, mine was 5.
And
Mine was like, dude.
I was
mid-
I was in my mid 20s when I like started to pay attention to it.
Yeah, and I was me
yeah,
too.
I was
late
into just
bloomer.
other music,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and then fucking Atmosphere, man. I was like, that's
who did it.
different.
Yeah, for me it was Cannabis. Cannabis
And that
all the way.
just kind of sent me down a journey of exploration.
Right on. Well, 80% say yes, so we have some nosers. We have some nosers on that poll, unfortunately, guys. But that's enough time to vote. Joell Ortiz going on the playlist. By the way, guys, because the show was sold out. Oh, sorry. Did I not give Joe a time?
No,
What'd I
you're
do?
No, I
fine.
voted.
Yeah,
I
I'm good?
voted.
Okay. So, by the way, what was I going to say? I was going to say
That
something
was
really
his
important.
personal offense at whoever voted no to Joell Ortiz.
Oh, yeah, I see. Now I get it. This is what I was gonna say, guys. By the way, since the shows are sold out, when the shows are sold out prior to the show, it means that we can upload the mixtape before the show starts. So in this video's description right now, you can get the mixtape downloading from my Bandcamp site in any format that you like, WAV, MP3, AFF, whatever you like.
Do it.
You can do that right now. Do that. Go download it. Download the mixtape, and you can listen to it
Download the
tomorrow
WAV
without my
files.
fucking dumbass filling your face with noise. Okay, let's
Fucking
get
do it.
Thank you,
into
Chelsea.
let's get
Put it
into
on
the
an
next one
iPod
right
from
away, guys.
1996.